Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I'm in my garage and it's a complete mess in here. The past 2 weeks have been chaos. Just been working the car, trying to get it finished. And today, I think it's the day to get this car started. I'm so excited. I've been working on it for the past like 6 hours, trying to get all the vacuum lines, all the lines, coolant, radiator, trying to get all the oil lines, all the coolant lines, all the fluids in. Get my O2 bond welded because it just came in today. I just went ahead and got a WB1 Haltech controller. So now I have O2, and I just finished wiring in everything. So I think everything should be good to start. I just have to look up a tune that the Haltech has for a stock 2JZ, change injectors, and hopefully it just starts so at least we can see it run. I do have some braking oil in it, so do a heat cycle on that oil and then change it when my new oil comes in, change it, and we can head to the dyno and get this thing tuned. But for today, it's gonna be the starting it. I just went ahead to the battery on my Caliber SRT4, and I just ghettoly wired my fans. As you can see, they're literally just thrown in there just so we can do a heat cycle on it. And yeah, everything else is pretty much plugged in. I got my harness routed, got my power cable coming in, my power to the starter, my power to the fuse box, and then I just have this ghettoly done. It was super clean until I put that in. But that's just so we can put the fans on. On this side, I got my power steering. I got my power steering lines run, vacuum lines. They look kind of ugly right now. Like I said, we just literally threw everything on all the lines just over. Just to make sure that everything's good and it starts. I just want to hear this thing run. I've been working on this probably since January, and it's been so long. I think the last video I made on this was over a month ago, and I can show you guys the interior. Went ahead, put my dash back in it. I took the dash out, put my batch back in. So I went ahead and I got a forged carbon fiber cluster with the BTI dash in the 7-inch. Got my steering wheel in. The Haltech is just chilling right here for now. My goal is to put it underneath here. Just so it stay away from people's feet and all that. And I went ahead and just wired in my O2 sensor to the harness that comes out of the ECU. And yeah, everything else pretty good. I got my dash plugged in already to the Haltech, and my WB1 controller, which is this one right here. I also went ahead and got this plastic dash cover because if you guys remember, my dash was super cracked, and it looks way better now in here. I got a new carpet. The carpet looks great. Yeah, I'm super excited. This car is coming out pretty good. I got my Serial 9 shifter here, and it has fluid. The engine has fluid. I have no brakes, but I don't need brakes. I'm not going nowhere. And for the people wondering, I'm using some Penn Grade braking oil, and I'm also going to be using Penn Grade as my normal oil, which is 1040. That's what the guy who built the motor recommended me. So yeah, this thing should be super reliable, and hopefully should last. I'm doing all the fail safes. I'm keeping track of the fuel pressure, oil temp, everything. So super, at this time I actually went out, didn't ship out, and went out and got everything I needed for the car. I want to make sure this thing lasts and it's reliable. I had to cut my core support, and I moved my radiator back around 4 inches. The way my fans are routed, one is higher than the other one. So if you guys are looking at the car, this bar is not straight, it's facing slightly down. That's why it has this weird bend over here. So nothing fancy. It's literally just so I can mount my radiator and my core supports together. Yeah, the way it is, it should work. Got my oil coolers, my power steering cooler, and all my intercooler piping is ran. I'm going ahead over everything just to make sure everything's good. I'm waiting for my friend Fernando to come back because he's going to be helping me do the Haltech stuff. I never messed with Haltech, so we don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna try to load up the tune that's already pre-made and just change the injector scale and the coil pack and hope it starts. At least used to idle. He got his car idling good, so we'll see. All right, guys. So the battery's on and we have power. As you can see, the dash is on. It looks freaking badass if this focuses. We got a tuner right here. He said he can get this thing running tonight. No issues at all. So just kidding. He's messed with his car before and I never have, so he can go ahead and help me with that. But yeah, let's see what we can do. All right, guys, so we've been here probably for like 2 hours, maybe a little more, messing with all the sensors. We got all the information in, so everything's ready now, how it's supposed to. And ready? Let's go. All right, let's see what happens. First crank. I saw fuel pressure go up.
Okay.
Yeah, fuel pressure went up.
Okay. Go again.
Give it some throttle.
Okay, stop.
All right, so we got oil pressure and fuel pressure. Gotta see why it's not why it's not turning on, but at least we got both of them. We cranked it a while and we made sure that the car was actually building oil pressure beforehand, so our turbo and everything gets lubricated. So now that everything's up, we can go ahead and fix it up and see what's going on. I went ahead, give it more throttle, more fuel. Nope. We'll be back whenever it starts.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna add fuel. Crank it again. Keep cranking. I'm gonna add as your.
All right. We have no fuel pressure.
No fuel pressure?
No.
What the fuck? You have a physical meter?
Yeah. See if it goes up.
You have no fuel.
All right, so I just went ahead and jumped the fuel pump for some reason. It's not turning on now, which it was earlier. About to see what happens.
Crank it. I added more fuel.
All right, guys, so it started raining, but we went ahead and tested the coil packs, make sure they're firing, and they are firing. But luckily, I have this Noid light, and you can test if the injectors are firing, and they're not firing, meaning that the ECU is not turning them to fire. So that's what's causing our issues right now. We're gonna figure out why, and then we'll be back. But yeah, we had to push the car back into the garage a little bit because it was getting, as you can see, all wet in here.
Again, see what it does.
All right, so he enabled a setting, and we actually heard it crank for like 0.1 second. Oh, actually, I'm seeing, oh, that's oil that he spilled. So we plugged in the injector back in, and we're about to see. All right, it's getting somewhere. Okay. Yeah, so I think I don't have my throttle cable set up. I should have put it in today, but I just didn't have time. So he can go ahead and crank it while. Running, boys. No fucking way. It's not saying running. It's really rich.
Hold the throttle.
Yeah. Go crank it on the. It's really rich and smell it.
I can adjust it.
So pull some fuel out of it. I'm not able to see the AFRs on the display there, so we're getting somewhere now. Hell yeah. It sounds so good too. It's not as loud as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, fuck yes. I'm pumped. Like, I've been working on this car for so long, like months, and finally see it running. It feels really good. We'll let the tuner tune. All right, guys. So it's literally midnight, and we did a bunch of stuff with the car, but I think this is as far as we can get for tonight, just because it's super late. My friend Fernando just left to a party. I told him just to leave because it's already late, and this car's pretty loud. Not too loud, but it's loud, and the neighbors literally, like, his house is like within 10 feet from my garage. It's raining, it's late. My garage fucking leaks through the door seal, so we got a bunch of water in the garage now. Freaking pool here, it's annoying. I'm super beat. I've been here literally since, I'd say, around 2 o'clock, so I've been here for over 10 hours, and I'm just glad we got it running. It was a lot of stuff left to do that I thought I was close enough to get it running. And I have Fernando come in the morning to, help me get it started. And I was working on it for like 6 hours. But finally got it running. Everything's good. I have a leak for the oil cooler where the sandwich plate is. So I tried tightening a little bit. Maybe it's the one next to it that cannot really get to it. So I'm going to have to put it in the lift and do it there. But I just went ahead and lift the front end up just so we could bleed it easier. But yeah, super excited. It ran. I don't know what else to say. We'll be back tomorrow. My plan is to get it running good enough here so I can pull it outside in the driveway, because I'm supposed to work on my brother's car, Fernando's car, and my Caliber. So I need this car out of the garage so I can work on this car and then put it back in here. So tomorrow I want to take this car out. Once I bleed the system, put it outside, and bring in Fernando's built 2JZ in here so I can do his diff bushings. And then bring my brother's Miata here so I can do his downpipe. And then put my Caliber in here so I can do my soft frame and my oil pan. So I got a lot of work for the next week, but yeah, we gotta do it. All right, guys, so we went ahead and fixed the oil leaks that he had yesterday. I ended up taking the oil lines off for the sandwich plate, painted the ass, fixed those. I don't think it's leaking no more. And we were able to bleed the system. It just had a lot of air bubbles in it. So we lifted the whole car really high with the lift. All the bubbles came out, got it up to temperature. Like I said, this is ghetto right now. I have to do all the wiring for the fans. This is just for now. And then on the same tanks, of course, have to be cut. So I have to work on Fernando's car right now, and I take this car out of the garage, put it right in front of the Miata. Hopefully he can fit through, and then go ahead and put his car in here. He just wants to get his IS300 right now, but before he comes, I'm gonna go ahead clean the garage like real quick, because he only lives like 2 minutes away, so he'll be back probably in 10 minutes. So I have to go ahead and clean all the tools and all that real quick. Just put him on the toolbox so when he comes, he can just pull right in. But yeah, I'm super excited. The car ran. Oh man, it feels so good to see this. It feels so good to see this car running. I'm gonna call a tuner, make an appointment, and see when he can get me in. We're gonna be street tuning it first, and then after that, we're gonna be dyno tuning it. So I'm pretty sure for the street tune part, it'll be very simple. I don't really need a dyno, but I mean, it already comes with the tune. I'm not sure if it's cheaper without a dyno, but he said it's But he said he does both street and dyno. The only good thing about the dyno is that we can see, you know, how much time we can put in it, keep it safe, and not go over my goal of 500 horsepower, because this car will make over 500 horsepower, but I need it to be reliable. So I'm trying to keep it right around like 480, 500 horsepower, and the car should last a while like that. But yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead, like I said, clean up real quick, and I'll be right back. All right, guys. So unfortunately, after this clip, I had to go travel to California, which I'm right here right now. I had to go work, so I'm not able to work on the car and do anything else. I still have to button up a lot of things like the battery, fuel pump. I want to add a surge tank just because I don't want to fuel starve, even though I never had issues, but I just want to be safe. I need to get a catch can. I need to get a bigger overflow tank because mine is really small. I have to do some of the grounds. I still have a good day or two worth of work on my car. So I know I said that I was gonna have the guy who built the motor tune it. He goes through a third-party guy, and then they both do it together. But I'm kind of broke right now, so I'll probably have my friend Tony tune it, which he tuned all my Miatas, and my 240 never had any issue. So last year he tuned my 240 when he had the VQ turbo. He tuned it on the Link ECU, and it was perfectly fine. He's been wanting to tune the 240, but I was gonna have the guy who built it tune it, but it is way more expensive than just having Tony tune it on the street. So I'll probably just have Tony tune it for now and see how it is. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's gonna have no issues. Every time we do, we spend a lot of time make sure that it's perfect. One of the main things is I don't know how much time the tuner's gonna have to work on it, like remotely, and I don't want to be rushed. I hate being rushed when I'm tuning my car because I want to make sure it's actually like perfect. The last thing you want to do is rush a tune, and the durability sucks and all that. So at least with Tony in person, we can go ahead be like 10 hours out there if we have to, and just get, you know, and get the tune perfect. Once I go out drifting and street driving, I won't have any issues. So that's one of the main reasons I want to have Tony tune it, just because it's just so much better than having to do it with someone remotely and being rushed and be like, okay, it's good enough, let's go to dyno, that's it. No, like, I want to make sure this car is actually perfect, because again, I put a lot of money and time into this car, and I cannot have the same blow up or anything. So so when I get home, probably in 2 weeks, I go ahead and hit up Tony and see if he has time to come over so we can tune it. After the last clip you guys saw, actually he was over at my house. He spent like an hour or two just getting the car to idle, and we got the car idling pretty good. But there was more stuff that had to do with the car, like I had to do the throttle cable. So I got the throttle cable in, and I had to make a bracket because the throttle body maxes out before the pedal. So I have to put a bracket underneath the pedal so it doesn't break like my throttle body or my cable. So I have to do little stuff like that just takes time and it's tedious. So once I get home, hit up Tony, have him tune my car, and then we should be good to drift. There's an event on May 25th, and I kind of want to go there. So maybe I'll have the car running by then, and I can go there, test out the car, and just see how everything is. But you know, we'll see once I get home, see if I have enough time to get the car running before then and tuned. But yeah, I know it was mostly talking, but at least we got the car running on this video, which I'm super excited. I can't wait to get back home and work on the car and get it perfect. I see I have to put my quarter panel in, I have to put my new door in. I am getting a livery for the car, so I have to get that made and put on. So we see I have a lot of I still have a lot of work to do in the car, even though it's running, but it's nothing that we can get done hopefully before June. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys want to watch more, make sure to click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.